Oh, sorry. Okay, great. Hey everyone. We are here for a campaign team tactical. So thanks for everyone on the call. Looks like there are presently 6 of us, including myself. Oh, sorry, maybe only 5. Let's kick off with a check-in round. Seb, why don't you kick us off, mate?
Yeah, just handing out flyers at the moment and getting Facebook ads. I bit the bullet and got the maximum Facebook ad exposure thing today.
Ooh,
they claim several thousand people may see my post, but we'll see what happens.
That's good. That's several thousand people more than potentially know about now. Thanks, Seb. Tom.
Yeah, hey guys. Just start cooking, so I might be a bit distracted, but I'll listen in.
Good stuff. Max.
Yo, yeah, all good. Pretty relaxed in the scheme of things, which feels nice for a change. But yeah.
God, that's very good to hear. And Dahi.
Yeah, here in Western Australia, all good, no distractions.
Oh, looks like we've had more join us since we started. Ben Ruston, how you doing?
He's muted, is he?
He is. Oh, looks like he might have just landed. Ben, you with us?
People, anyone?
Yeah, hey guys.
Okay, yep.
Just checking in, Ben.
Yep, sorry I'm late. Thank you.
All good. Joanne, how you doing?
I'm here. I'm on and off the phone to Mel about some stuff going on in WA, but hopefully I won't be too distracted. I'll just write away from keyboard when I'm talking to her.
Alrighty, all good. Okay, so thanks for calling out the distraction there, Joe. Okay, that looks like all of us checked in. Let us kick into our checklist review. We have no items on our checklist review according to Glassfrog, so we'll move immediately on from that into our metrics review. Metrics review, candidates endorsed, articles and mentions. Now, who are we going to for this? It looks like we've got pretty much every candidate here against this item. Obviously.
Yeah, we'll call out, and if anyone has any call out updates from candidates, you can just call it out here. We don't need to go around the group. But
sure. Yep, that makes sense. Maybe we just do that in order of check-in. So, Seb.
No, as in, if anyone has one, they can just call it out. We won't go round the group.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
What I said before about Facebook ads and handing out leaflets and letterbox drops and whatnot.
Yeah, so I'll just drive this, Nathan, for a second.
Sure.
This part here is about if any candidates received any organic coverage this week via articles or mentions, they just call it out here. But I don't think we had a big week last week. I don't think we had anything of note this week. I'll just continue to drive, Nathan.
Sure.
Project leaders, number of new members. Joanne, was there much of an uptick there? Joanne might be available.
I believe there has been, but Max has created a new little graph. Did you want to talk to that, Max?
It's not a graph.
Not a graph, but there's now a new little thing on the website itself that shows how many people we've had in the last few days, etc.
So basically, I got incredibly frustrated with no one being able to do metrics ever. And so the only alternative is that take metrics away from people, put it on a page where anyone can see it. So if the metric is number of members in the last 7 days, then it's 135. Technically, that's not the last 7 days. That's the last 7 24-hour periods, but you get what I mean. Donations I'm working on, but I can't. It's not as easy to do it for that.
Okay, we'll just take that as 135. Thank you, Max. Joanne, polling booths covered. Do we have a figure or a metric there?
Yeah, so we have 75 people handing out at polling booths, and we have about 53 polling booths covered because we've tried as much as possible to put more than one person per polling booth in order to make sure that the experience is positive for them.
Great. And we'll see post-election if we're able to maintain those numbers or pick up some people in the closing days. Ben, Joanne, do we have any, oh no, that included those numbers. Ben, do we have an update on dollar donation metric?
Yeah, so our fundraiser campaign is sitting at $6,075.
Great, thank you. And we don't have Ben here from the social media. Or Tom, do you have any comment on social media reach organic this week?
Not for organic, but I've got some stats for ads, maybe. Will you give me, sorry, 2 minutes?
We'll just, no, we'll just.
If you don't have it ready, it's gone.
Yeah. Okay. Nathan, I'll hand it back to you to move into project updates. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Dahi. Alrighty. So we're starting with Campaign Executive Officer, Dahi, 10-day plan.
Yes, so this is in reference to the 10-day plan on Notion that we circulated to all the candidates and the team last week. It really is just the business as usual for the final days, and we've achieved a lot of what we set out to do there. But in the closing days, it'll really just be about social media and ensuring the volunteers are equipped.
Awesome. Thanks for that. Candidates on hustings pre-election. That's for Curtis is what I've got here, but I think that's probably for everyone. Dahi, did you want to talk to that?
Yeah, I think all the candidates have been getting out there as much as possible, especially last weekend. We had some good footage of Joanne, for example, and of Curtis and Melissa just been out and about talking to people and getting involved. And that was the main objective of that project, to get candidates the experience of going out and talking with regular voters who are encountering the idea for the first time.
Yep. Okay. And to the best of your knowledge, that was happening quite a lot last weekend, and obviously
Yes.
this weekend is Saturday. Okay. Campaign email direct marketing. So Andy's not here, but I can speak to that a bit because I've been putting them out. So I know that we've probably sent three EDMs in the last to every member in the last sort of 5 days. Two based on volunteering and support, and one to everyone on donations. And there's more to come in the next couple of days. But yeah, that's going well. Campaign social media. Ben's obviously not here. Tom, is there anything you wanted to add to that project? You request anything there?
No.
Nope. Okay, cool. That is our projects. Cool. On to the meaty stuff, triaging issues. Ladies and gentlemen, I will now give you all 30 to 60 seconds to start populating these ideas, bearing in mind that if anything comes to you as we triage these items, you are free to add more. All right, let's dive in. Dahi, polling booths.
Yes, this was just to ensure, what I want is I just want to ensure that candidates and engagement working group have no blockers at the moment, that anything that they need to do for volunteers at the weekend is able to be done. And if there is any blockers, just to call them out now.
So I think Ben has done a brilliant job in New South Wales. I'm pretty sure that anyone who's handing out has had their flyers posted to them or has it and knows what places they're handing out at. I think that Dustin's done quite a lot of work in Victoria and organised all of that. I think the main issue is in WA, where it's still not clear to people handing out where they're handing out or flyers, which is what I'm trying to resolve with Melissa at the moment.
Okay. So just the only blocker is for yourself and Melissa to get aligned. Is there anyone else you need to bring into that conversation to work through it?
Well, I'm not quite sure in the end who needs to be in the conversation, because I'm not quite sure who has the flyers in WA and where how they're getting them to people in some cases.
Okay. But yourself and Mel are aligning on that to work through it, and if there's something else that needs to come of it, you'll
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm sending her messages while this is on to try and resolve that.
Okay. That's all I got what I needed for that. Thank
Great.
you.
Thanks, Dahi. Social media on election day, Dahi.
Yes, what I need is for the social media team to confirm who is going to be manning the social media HQ on the day, and if there are any plans or special requirements that we want to communicate to candidates or volunteers between now and then. I imagine, Tom, this will be between yourself and Ben, I imagine, or do you know, are people planning on being out in polling booths? Who's planning on doing the social media HQ role?
I am not aware, but I can follow up with Ben. I won't be available myself, but we'll work it out. You can leave that with me.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's an outcome. You're capturing that, are you, Dahi?
Got it.
Okay, great. And if I can just echo that there, Tom, yeah, really important that we just understand who's going to be manning it and what's happening there. And I think the follow-on from that should definitely be that we send a communication out to everyone so that volunteers and candidates know how to interact with that person so that we're making the most out of the day and the content that comes out of the day.
Yeah, I've I guess a clarifying question, or maybe something I need to add a triage issue. But is Ben bilingual an apology to this meeting? His absence.
He's absent presently.
Yeah, but is it explained, or
It is not explained. We do not.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I don't know unless he's given someone else a heads up.
Holacracy doesn't like ask you to explain absences. It's not like a normal meeting where you have an obligation.
yeah.
Cool. Okay, that's that one done. Thanks, Dahi. Sorry, Dahi, I just presume that's resolved your tension. Has that resolved your tension?
Yes, thank you.
All right, on to your next tension, after party.
After party, just confirming that all states have an after party set up, and if there's any blockers to call them out now so we can get anyone the help they need. So WA is confirmed. Do we have confirmation in New South Wales of a location,
Yep.
time, and confirmed venue?
Yep, all of the above.
Cool. And Victoria, Seb, do we have an update on the situation there?
There is a Facebook event and there is a venue selected.
Was the Facebook event on Flux Victoria or Flux?
I'll have to double check. I think
So
it's
it should be on.
Flux
It should
Victoria.
technically be on Flux. You can co-host with Flux Victoria. That's fine. Or if it's on Flux Victoria, add a co-host for Flux. But that'll just let us because we can spruik everything through the main Flux account.
Yep. Okay. I think Ben Bilingual was set that one up. So
Cool.
don't know what I can do from my side, but yeah, I'll make that happen.
Can I also suggest that that we also draft an email?
Yeah.
I can probably take that on. Yeah, I can probably take that on. I just need the links. If everyone could just send me links to everything.
Email for the after party.
So Nathan, I know that the after party in New South Wales has been sent out to the people handing out at polling stations, like the
Okay.
details of it. But there's been nothing, as far as I know, gone out on MailChimp to like the broader membership, and other people might want to come.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. So look, I think we owe it to everyone just to sort of send it out, and if people want to rock up, they most certainly are welcome to. Obviously, Yola is a pretty small space in New South Wales, but nonetheless, if everyone rocks up and we're spilling into the street a bit, that feels good to us. So I don't think we'll have that problem anyway. But anyway, I'll draft something up, and I just need links so that I can put that in the thing, and I'll just send that out. So yeah, Dave, if you can just shoot me. I presume it's all on Facebook anyway. Probably have to.
Yes.
Dave, does that solve your tension?
Yes, it does.
Okay, great. Okay, live stream, Dahi, once again.
This is just a heads up that I will send round an email to people with some structure around how we're going to try and do a three-way live stream between WA, New South Wales and Victoria from the election night parties, and it will just be a matter of some people bringing laptops and a bit of equipment, and just everyone being aware of this is happening. So the action then is on me to send around an email explaining the process.
Great. So that was just notifying everyone, Dahi. Is that your attention done?
Yes.
Great. Awesome. Joanne, post on why no candidates in some states.
I am a couple of days behind on my private email, but I know that there's that lovely post that was put up on as a blog, and I was just wondering if we could get it sent out as a MailChimp thing as well.
Okay. And who are you asking this of?
Well, I probably can ask either you or Andy, because I think you're sort of Andy's writing it and then you're approving it. Is that sort of how it's going?
That's how it's been so far for most emails. Yeah.
Yeah. I can write to Andy and ask, or do you want to have a look yourself? I just wasn't sure if it was something that you guys didn't want to go out, if that's why it hadn't gone out. So I guess first thing I want to know is, are people happy for it to go out? And secondly, if so, then I will take the action to contact Andy and ask her to send it out and figure out the timing for it to go out. We've just had people in Queensland and things offering to hand out at polling stations, and I've sort of been like, well, we don't have any candidates there. Most of them are people who were originally in New South Wales and moved to Queensland, so obviously MailChimp doesn't update from when they update their details, the membership database. So I just wanted to be able to have something official to send to them rather than what's on the website.
Okay, yeah, I actually haven't seen that that post. But I mean, if we've put it online, I don't see why we wouldn't share it. Does anyone have any objections to sharing that?
No. Joanne, I'm assuming this is the one you're on about. The one I wrote, is that it?
Yeah, the really good one that you wrote. I've just put it in the link.
Yeah, it's on the website, Nathan. What I would suggest you do.
Okay.
Put the first 2 or 3 paragraphs in the email, and if people want to read the rest of it, link them to the website, because it'd be good to start driving people to the website as well via email, see if they actually do it.
Agreed. All right. Yeah. I can just, Joe, I'll take that on. I'll just grab these and then and do what Dahi suggested.
Cool. Thanks.
Okay, Brillo. Are you just going to capture that, Dahi?
I'm going to capture this. Yeah.
Amazing. Hey, Joe, does that solve your attention?
Yeah, that's great. Thanks.
Spectacular. And Dahi, donation recs.
Sorry, I'm just a poor multitasker. Sorry, a donation rec. Ben, I mentioned this to you. Can we get a guideline on the amount of effort involved in getting tax donation receipts to the candidates who donated money that we then used for their candidate deposits? So I've had some candidates request this these receipts as soon as possible after the election. I'm just wondering what's the turnaround time on that?
So wouldn't we just use the receipt that we got from the Electoral Commission when we took it in?
In some cases, I don't know. In some cases, the receipts might be met out to individuals, but in WA, the receipts were met out to the party.
Yeah, I don't think that would matter as long as it can be proven that we actually paid for it. I don't think that'd be a problem with it.
No, that this is. I'd be fairly certain that like the ATO would like receipts to be issued to the person who's claiming the tax-free allowance on it.
Yes. Yeah. No, we need to we both need to issue receipts from Flux.
Yeah.
Technically, all of the receipts for the AEC, if the intention is that these are donations to the party and the party is paying, then all of those receipts should be to the party. If the receipts are made to the individual, then from a disclosure point of view, that should really mean that the individual is doing that in their own return as a candidate, not in the party return. Now, obviously, there's going to be a lot of flexibility there, and no one's going to audit us. But it's one of those things to keep in mind. If you want a receipt as a donation, then from the party, then the receipt that the Electoral Commission made should have been to the party.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's what ours are. Our Victorian one is written out to the party, but I just thought that it wouldn't make any difference with claiming it. But yeah, either way. Yeah.
So Diane and everybody, I'll follow up with all the candidates, and I wrote an email to the Electoral Commission today just to clarify the two different scenarios as I see it, and either way, there'll be a satisfactory outcome for candidates and for the party.
Great stuff. Thank you.
Joanne,
and we'll have to get the receipt that we have to you as well, do we?
That's
a
okay.
receipt.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you get a receipt for the party or things, just scanning it and sending it through immediately is ideal, just so we know we can copy.
Yeah, I totally forgot about it until now.
Just on this note, Joanne, you haven't got a receipt for your donation, have you?
No, I haven't. But I have been collecting all of the different things I've spent money on and putting it into the one subfolder. So I've got a list there, like, even simple things like balloons and the stall for the markets. And, like I've got receipts for all of those things sitting there.
Awesome, cool.
Great. Dahi, does that solve the donations receipts?
Yes, and I've captured that action for Ben.
Thanks.
Spectacular. Okay, my attention. Volunteers on election day. So just wanted to get an idea. I presume we've got that all. It's actually a question for Ben. Ben, I would like to know where and how I can see where our volunteers are going to be and when, because most likely Max and I will use that opportunity as to drive content and run around and see everyone and get little video footage of people and talk to people. So just trying to understand, where I can get that information.
Yeah. So it's all in HubSpot. All the volunteer coordinations in HubSpot. But to do it, you have to use a search filter.
Mm-hmm.
So you could access it in there, or if you want me to dump it down into a spreadsheet or something, I can do that too.
I've just dumped it, the HubSpot search into the filter now, into the chat. And I'm just also dumping in the map for New South Wales, which I know doesn't necessarily, some people don't like it as much, but you can see all of the polling booths and who the volunteers are in it as well, where they're going to be. So does anyone want me, like, Nathan, I'll share that with you now. Anyone else want it? Max, I'm guessing. Anyone else want New South Wales? Or just...
And probably to that point, Max and Nathan, you're currently allocated to polling stations. And that's not a problem. We can take you off those polling stations easily. But we're looking to team up every volunteer with somebody. So if you're going to move around, should we just confirm that tonight and then reallocate some people?
Yeah, maybe if we stay on after this call's finished, we can talk it through.
Yeah, okay.
Would that solve your tension if we show you what's happened afterwards, Nathan? No, he's silent.
All right.
Hello. Can anyone hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, I don't know. That's bizarre. I'm not sure how I got muted. Yes, that resolves my tension, Joe. Okay. Disclosure of donations, Joanne.
Yeah, so I think this may already have been resolved, but like I said, I've got a list of these donations that I've made, and I was just wondering, like, what form to fill it out on and where to send it, basically, and when I have to have it done by.
Yeah. Okay, so that's for me to action then, Joe.
Yep. I don't expect that we'll have to do it until after election day, so even if we just catch up in the days following the election.
Yeah, okay.
Even if you just give me a deadline, it might be 3 months away, in which case I'll go, woohoo, not worried.
Joe, this is funds you've spent on campaign stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's part of our return end of financial year, which is due 30th of October.
Yeah, okay, so I've got a bit of time.
Yep. Well, it's not even, you don't have to do anything as such. We just have to report how much we've spent. So it depends how you want to do it. It might, like, if you want to do it as like, I'm a candidate spending money on my own campaign, then you can do a return yourself. It's pretty straightforward. You just have to list stuff. And in terms of expenditure, all you don't have, like, the receipts and stuff maybe is good for accountants or a possible audit, but the AEC doesn't ask for them. They just ask for totals.
Yeah, okay. Thanks.
Great. Joe, does that give you what you need?
Yep, I think so.
Alrighty, that looks like all of our items. Everyone on this call would have seen us getting close to that conclusive point, so you've had ample time to add anything. Let's go into the closing round. Alrighty, Max, thoughts?
Yeah, no, all good. Nice, fast meeting. Always nice. I have some stats afterwards on, well, at least I've got like a little bit of info from some ads I was running, if anyone cares afterwards.
Yep, I think some people will care.
Yeah, definitely.
Great. Seb.
Yep. Hang on.
Great. Yep. Go for it, mate. Any thoughts? Anything you'd like to, reflections on that?
Are we just summarizing, or was there a question just before that I missed?
Oh, okay. So maybe you haven't been filled in. So in Holacracy, at the end of a tactical meeting, we do what's called the closing round. It's just an opportunity for you to be able to provide your thoughts in the meeting. Call out anything that was particularly relevant you just wanted to draw down on for a moment, or just thank everyone and sign out. What's up to you?
Yeah, no, I think it's good for me. I've got one action item and to put the party through to main Facebook, and yeah, that's all good.
Beauty.
Thank you and goodbye.
Thanks, Seb. Joanne.
Sorry, unmute. Yeah, no, it was a good, quick meeting, and there's still plenty of little individual items, so I'll stay around afterwards just to answer a couple of questions.
Great. Tom.
Yeah, I think I've been a bit absent during this campaign, but it seemed to go well. I'm still not really too sure about what I think about Holacracy in general, and I think the meetings almost tend to be a little bit too structured, which means that people sort of feel a little bit left out maybe, but if nobody else feels that way, then I guess it's fine.
Great, thanks for that, Tom. And I might address that, but we'll finish the closing round, and then after the meeting I can sort of respond to that. Ben.
Yeah, it was a quick meeting. It's feeling quite subdued. So I hope everyone after this meeting can pump up for Saturday.
Awesome. Thanks, Ben. And Dustin?
Yeah, sorry, I think I sort of missed most of the meeting, but yeah, there's obviously plenty happening, so yeah, good going.
Beauty, thanks, Dustin. Curtis.
Oh, hello. Just jumped in. I've missed everything. I'm about to head off to go to a thing in Freo. If there's anything that anyone needs from me, definitely let me know, because I've missed absolutely everything for this meeting. Sorry about that.
Alrighty, thanks, Curtis. I'm sure if anyone needs anything, I'll get in touch. And I think who else? I've got Dahi. I think you're the only person we're looking at now.
Yeah, good meeting. Echo Ben's comments about the final few days. Let's encourage each other to enjoy it as much as possible. As painful as campaigns are, there is a lot of positives to be gleaned from it, and I think a lot of us are just weary. But let's just try and enjoy the last few days as much as we can.
I think that's a very good way to end it. Thanks everyone for being on the meeting. I am sure I will be around, I'm sure, as will others after this. So if anyone else wants to stick around and talk about other things, I think let's do that. So with that, I'll close out the meeting.